How many years have you existed on this planet? 10, 20, 30, 40? Okay, now let me ask how many hours have you slept while you have existed? Let's say you are 30. That's 87,600 hours, and that adds up to 10 years. So in that case, a 30-year-old has only been awake for 20 years. There's also all the time before you became conscious, but we won't get into that. We will get in, though, into how many hours you spent at school. Assuming you graduated high school, that's 12 years of school, 6 hours a day, not counting weekend and summer vacations and other vacations. So let's just be safe and say 13,000 hours. That's 1.5 years of your life. So just with these two stats, that's almost 12 years out of a 30-year-old's life. Granted, some people like school, but still, it's a thing you give a lot of time and energy to, and we didn't even talk about homework and studying. Let's say you went right to work after high school and have been working ever since, trying to make ends meet. 40 hours a week for 12 years. That's almost 3 years of your life just to work, and hopefully it's a job that lights a fire under your butt. But we both know that's not the case for most people. Add all these up, that's half of your life right there if you are 30. How much of that time would you say you were truly alive, doing something that makes it all worth it, with people that make it all worth it? If you are like me, the answer is not as high as a number as you would hope. It's not too late to start living, it never is. The best time was back then, but the second best time is right now. The goal should not be to exist long, but to truly live, to be alive long. Stop wasting your life on social media, TV, video games, giving into pleasures for pleasure's sake, talking bad about people, worrying about things outside your control. I would say this is more like dying than actually living. Stop trading all your time for money, too. Yes, you need money to live. Yes, you need to be doing something to provide. But who says it has to be something you don't love? Who said you have to work 20 hours of overtime a week, stop living outside your means, and you won't need all this money? So you can have the next truck or the new status symbol that makes you feel like you look successful, when in reality, you are a slave to a paycheck and trade your life force for money you don't need. Strive to make your time a lifetime, not dead time. Try to find your purpose in life and go for it with all you got. Take the risk. You only have one life. Stop wasting it. Seneca says, life is not short, we just waste a lot of it. Time is the most valuable resource we have. Stop treating it as if it was everlasting. Seneca has another quote I like, which is, we act immortal in all that we desire and mortal in all that we fear. You are not immortal. You have a time limit, and it's ticking. How much longer are you going to let it tick and not go after your dreams? I'm young, but the biggest fear I have is getting to old age and saying, I wish I would have done that or done this. I wish I would have risked it and stop playing it safe. What was I so afraid of? Anyways, death? How is the way I was living any different than being dead exactly? Death is a bit extreme, but you get the point. It's not worth playing it safe. You have one life. Why not try and go after your dreams? Unlock your potential. Give everything all you got, because you never know when it's going to be the last time you can do it. When you make When you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and ask yourself, if this were my last day on this planet, would I be happy with with how I'm spending it? If the answer is no, too many days in a row, then you need to change something, because one of these days it's going to be your last day on this planet. You may leave life right now, Marcus Aurelius says. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. To hide from your mortality is wrong. You must use it as fuel for the fire. One day you and will everyone you know and will ever know will be dead. So why are you so worried about what other people think of you? Who cares? You know who you are and what your nature demands of you. That's all that matters. Stop letting people who give up on their dreams talk you into giving up on yours. Maybe you don't succeed. Maybe it is all comes crashing down and is a complete failure. But at least you can say you tried, and it is really a failure if you grow from it. I'd say no. You get valuable info and insight, something you would have never had if you did not go for it. And I would say that's priceless. I'm currently 21 years old. I've lived 7,941 days. And if I live to 80, I only have 21,000 days left. If I slept 8 hours a day, I have 14,000 days left. If I worked 8 hours a day at a job I hate, that's 7,086 days left. That's less days than I've already lived, technically. That all being said, with this one life you have, are you going to let every day are you going to live every day like it might be your last? Go after your dreams, take risk, unlock your potential, or are you going to just exist, skate by life, never really loving anything you do while throwing away the limited time you already have for money? A piece of paper that says nothing about you as a person or how much you are actually living every day. You decide. It is up to you. How much time in your life will actually be your own, and how much will be spent in vices and sin and giving into your temporary emotions, making permanent decisions for your future self.